Hi friends, I'm Michael Kingswood. It's story time. But this is just going to be a quick one, not going to read a chapter. I know I told you guys earlier this week I would be back with another chapter or two, and I will. But today, we're here to talk about The Infinite Bard. As you know, I write. As you also know, I have friends who write, and who I correspond with. And we all like to share stories. So, every 2 weeks, one of my writing pals is going to go on the infinitebard.com website and, linking to their site, share a short story that they wrote for free. And for all of you fine people to read and enjoy, and thus go say, hey, I like that person's stories. Maybe they have more, and they go find other cool stories to read. It's this nefarious promotion marketing thing. Well, it's not nefarious, it's just marketing. But hey, if you want to read a great story, come on out. This week is time for the new story from the Infinite Bard, and this week it is coming to us from the super awesome Barbara G. Tarn. Now, I know Barbara, been to a couple workshops with her, a nice lady, and she writes great stuff. And here's a little bit about her from her website's biography. Barbara G. Tarn had an intense life in the Middle Ages that stuck to her through the centuries. She prefers swords to guns, long gowns to miniskirts, and even though she buried the warrior woman, she deplores the death of knights in shining chainmail. She likes to think her condo apartment is a medieval castle, unfortunately lacking a dungeon to throw noisy neighbors and naughty colleagues into. Also known as the Lady with the Unicorns, these days she prefers to add a touch of fantasy to all her stories, past and present, when she's not wandering on her fantasy world of Silvery Earth or in her science fantasy Star Mines universe. She dabbles into historical fantasy with her Vampires Through the Centuries series and has started a post-apocalyptic steampunk series called Future Earth Chronicles. She's a writer, sometimes artist, mostly world creator and storyteller. 2 of her stories received an honorable mention at the Writers of the Future contest. One of her stories has been published in Pulp House magazine number 5 in March of 2019. She writes, draws, ignores her day job, and blogs at creativebarbwire.wordpress.com. She also has a Vimeo channel for book trailers and other funny stuff. And this week, she brings us a short story entitled The Raven, and you'll see the cover image of it here as I'm proceeding through. And it's a pretty cool story. So I suggest you guys go over to the Creative Barb, that's her website, but also go to the Infinite Bard, and then from there you can link to her story and all the other stories that the Infinite Bard participants have given out in the past. In case you're curious, I will be giving a story out in about, 3 weeks? 4 weeks from today, early August. I think I know which one I'm going to do. I'll leave that to you to find out when the time comes. In the meantime, yeah, go read Barbara's story. It's pretty awesome. And then go check out the rest of her stuff, because she's got a lot of good stuff there too. If you want to check out some more of my stuff, I'm doing another promotion through Bookfunnel, sales promotion, called the Clean Sci-Fi and Fantasy Series Extravaganza, where basically, hey, it's no cursing, no sex, no jackassedness, and first books in the series, and I put Passing the Night, which is the prelude to the Pericles Conspiracy, which we're reading now on the podcast here, if you want to get caught up retroactively, or if you really like the story but never bought it and now you're feeling guilty because you should have, well, you can get it for cheap through that promotion. Or the Glimmer Veil, first book of the Glimmer Veil series, you can also get cheap there too, and it helps me out. But most important thing for this one is to go and check out Barbara's work, because that's why I'm doing this video and this podcast episode. Okay, that's all I got. I've blabbered at you for 4.5 minutes now, and you need to go read.